As you can clearly see, I'm a doctor, and I need to tell you, whoever is listening, this outbreak is ridiculous. It's taking over everybody. Everything. I'm gonna physically do right now. And I got a BS, which is biological test subject. Remember that. Okay. So, anyway, I'm in this facility. I'm working on a cure. Everybody else says. Everybody else says. Alright. I don't remember how much I said last time. I don't even know how long it's been. But there's an outbreak. A disease of some sort. It took the dead and brought them back to life. That's not natural. I'm trying to find a cure. I know people are giving up, killing themselves, saying the world is not. I'm working on it. I will solve this. Okay? Whoever is listening, I have to keep fighting. Never give up hope. I will figure this out. I don't know how long it's been, but it's I'm in this recording something out. I think I'm talking too loud to track it down. Okay, I thought I was good now, but I think we're okay. Anyway, I'm gonna have to stop. There's too much. I'm gonna have to stop. There's too much. There's so much BS. It's so precious. It's a little scary for food. It's an important time to accept this. I'm still research. I need to get food in my life. And so is my health. It's starting. I don't know how long it is. It takes a lot longer than maybe what is happening. And I can feel it and I feel myself by myself in this direction. Don't keep tuned in. Keep fighting. It's just gonna be a little bit before I get it. There's no hope. I had killed. You know how long has it been? It's been like 3 months ago I started. Well, yeah, it's arms. I got 2 things, which things that slipped down. It attacked me. I had a little anything. I could have tried to run a few more tests, I suppose, but I ran out of food. So I ate my BS. There's no hope. There's no hope.
Hey guys, this is Lotus Sons 1 coming to you with Fortnite Thursdays week 3. Well, technically it's like week 7 or something right now because I'm in a couple weeks without uploading. That's because I have trouble with uploading to YouTube. The file, I guess, that I recorded was supported, even though it was when YouTube said it was supported, and it was just really a big mess. But hopefully I'm going to get that figured out this week, and if I do, then this will be uploaded, so I guess we'll find out soon. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm doing it by myself here, because the last 2 times I've had to do it with Ben because my stuff wasn't working, and I have been working on that, and this week I believe I've got 6, so I'm doing it by myself. And I guess we'll see how this turns out. What are you doing here? I'm sorry, what? You said that you're doing this without Ben? Dude, how are you going to manage that? The only reason the videos are even good is because Ben's good at editing. You're not as good at editing as Ben, and you're trying to do this by yourself. You're trying to make a good edited video by yourself and make it funny. How can you do that? You're not funny, and you're not really that great at editing. So I'd love to see how you attempt to pull this off. Because it's going to get better, really.
You walk right past me every day, can't find the word to say. Things keep going round in my head, round you gotta be so amazing? You kinda gotta be going crazy. I wish I could tell you. Well, you gotta be so amazing. You kinda gotta be going crazy now. Oh, now. Oh, yeah.
Alright guys, so pointless question number 1 of the day is one that's actually, I believe, would be quite frankly thought about a lot. Why doesn't Tarzan have a beard? I mean, the guy lives in who knows where, some jungle with apes and stuff, and he has hair with like thick braids that are like down to his shoulders and stuff. The guy's completely clean shaven. Anybody know why? Because my personal thought is it's probably something to do with Disney. There's probably not a whole lot of informational stuff behind it. Like, yeah, I guess he has a spear, and he can probably like shave it off with a rock or go like Hancock style and just like get his nails and stuff. But I'm gonna say that it was probably something Disney just either overlooked or they probably thought about it but decided, you know, Tarzan, what do they call it? Like the wild man or undomesticated or something. I can't think of the right word, but he's just like a guy that lives in the wild. He's already going to be like savage, I guess would be the word. He's like a savage guy that lives in the wild. They want him to be a lovable Disney character. And a guy who's savage enough, you know, living in the jungle, eating with apes and fighting lion, or was it a cheetah with spears and stuff. It's going to be kind of hard to find that guy, like, you know, a lovable Disney character that they always go for. And it would just make it rougher for them if they put like a beard on him. Like, imagine trying to have your children like kind of, you know, like Tarzan when he's got like a huge beard down to here. It's just kind of hard to picture him like that, and if you saw him like that, it'd be kind of like, well, that guy's a little scary. He's got a creepy beard and long hair, and he kills cats with a rock and stuff. So that's just my thought on it. There's obviously factual stuff behind it, like why he should have a beard when he has hair down here. But I think that the reason is because it just makes it a more lovable Disney character, having him clean shaven. So, you know, it's just my thought. Alright, so question number 2 of the day for Pointless Thursdays. You know when you're having your parents drive you to your friend's house or whatever, or you're driving to your friend's house and you're like looking for the address and stuff, you're playing the music, you drive into the neighborhood, and then you turn down the volume while looking for the address. Anybody know why you turn down the radio when you're looking for an address? You're not trying to listen for your friend or anything, you're just looking. Really, the music should have no effect on you, like, picturing the right address. It's like, oh, I gotta turn on the music, you have to find your friend's house. It's like, music really doesn't affect your sight, I wouldn't think. It affects your hearing, and you're not hearing your friend's house, you're looking for it. So it's kind of weird. That's just like our natural instinct of like, oh, we're here, we gotta find his house, turn on the volume. I guess for some people, it's distracting to like have the music playing while trying to look for something. It's not really for me. You know, like I do my homework while listening to music. I read while listening to music. I listen to music while I listen to music. I work out while I listen to music. It's just like, you know, it's not for me. It's not really distracting. So it's just kind of weird. That's like our natural instinct to turn down the volume while we're looking for like an address or something when you're trying to find somebody's address. Because that's just something that I do. I've seen people do that, and I'm pretty sure you guys have probably done it or seen people do it too. It's just weird. It's kind of like a human instinctive, I guess. But, you know, it's just pointless. And that's what Thursdays are all about on this channel. So now then, on to pointless question number 3. So, you guys know how American time is different from like Chinese time or China time or whatever in Australia. They were all like in different time zones. We were a day behind them or something, or a day in front of them. You know, our winter is their summer. That whole weird like different sides of the earth, different time thing. So say, obviously it was baloney because we're still here. Say the 2012 thing was real, and that was the stupidest thing ever. I'm sorry, but let's say it was real, and the world was supposed to end December 21st, 2012. So half of the world would end, and then the other half wouldn't, because we're like America, Canada, like South America, all those things are like different time zones than Australia and China and Japan and stuff. So they would have either an extra day or a day less than we would because they're 21st would be different from our 21st because we're like days apart. I can't quite remember the exact, like, which one it is, if we're a day behind or a day ahead. I think they're a day ahead of us and we're a day behind. But it's like, if the world was supposed to end December 21st, 2012, well then, our world would end before their world would end. They would get like a heads up, like, or I'm not saying they would, I'm saying would they? Would they get like a heads up, be like, oh hey look, the world actually did end, so we should probably live it up here before December 21st comes our time, or something. And say even something like the presidential debate, or something, would they know like ahead of us? Because say the president got elected, when did they get elected, like November or something? Say the election date was November 18th. I honestly can't quite remember when the actual election date is. But say it was November 18th. Would they know ahead of us because their November 18th is before ours? Would they like be from the future kind of, you know, like that whole flying to another country thing, like jet lag and stuff? Would they have another, would they find out ahead of us before we did? Like the Grammys were on Sunday, and like, it's kind of like a thing where it's like it wasn't live and we were watching it and finding out who won, but the people already knew that were there, like East Coast it was live, and they knew and they were like tweeting like, yay, Katy Perry won this, or Adele won that, and Maroon 5 and Alicia Keys' performance was so amazing, and stuff, and like they already knew before we did, and it's weird, like stuff like that, like are they from the future or something? It's a weird thing to think about, because they're a day ahead of us and we're a day behind. It's like it's kind of a weird thing to think about, don't you think? But anyway, you know, just pointless really to think about. So, going on to question number 4 of the day, and possibly the last pointless topic for this Thursday. And for number 4, the last discussion topic of the day, if you can't drink and drive, then why do bars, which is a place where people practically get drunk and stuff, why does it have parking lots? It's like, you're not supposed to drink and drive. Once I get like DWD or something, drunk while driving, I think. It's like, oh, you know, we're not supposed to be drinking while driving, and then why do they have parking lots at bars for people to come, drink, and then drive home? I guess because people expect the bars expect their customers to drink responsibly and stuff, but they're probably not going to go to a bar to intake the, like, allowed amounts of alcohol. I don't know why I put quotations on alcohol, but it's weird. It's like, don't drink while drive, but we'll invite you to bring your cars anyway by putting a parking lot in. But I guess, really, it's like, it's no better to walk there, because drinking while walking could probably go wrong in the same light. And I guess not putting like a parking lot in front of a bar, they're just park somewhere near it and walk there, and then you get a double whammy of drinking while driving and drinking while walking. But it's weird because it's like no drinking while driving, yet they invite people to drive to the bars by placing a parking lot in front of them. Just another pointless thing to think about. And I believe this will conclude Pointless Thursdays this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Lord of Swords 1, and I will see you later, YouTube.